The power of silence. The path to mastering your emotions. There are people who walk into a room carrying noise, flamboyance, and a rush of words. But true strength does not need noise. It resides in stillness, in observing eyes, in steady and calm breaths. Silence is not stopping. It is when you are acting, living, yet creating no unnecessary disturbance. It is acting without show, moving without leaving a sound. We are raised to believe that our emotions are who we are. We say, I am angry, I am sad, I am disappointed. But emotions are only passing breezes, drifting clouds across the sky of consciousness. You are not the clouds. You are the sky itself. Vast, unchanging, embracing all changes. When someone offends or challenges you, waves of emotion rise. Your heartbeat quickens, your breath shortens, your hands unconsciously clench. Without awareness, you will be swept away by that current. But you always have a choice, to become the wave, or to be the calm water beneath it. Within you is an aware part, the observer. This one sees the anger clearly, but does not identify with it. This one quietly watches the storm without becoming the storm. That is your truest self. Shaolin monks do not train to defeat others. They train to overcome impatience, loss of self-control, and reactive habits within themselves. Every stance, every breath, every moment of stillness is a lesson in self-mastery. An insult is just sound. What makes it hurt is your attachment to the self-image you are trying to protect. When you let go of that attachment, words dissolve like echoes fading in the mountains. Ask yourself, when you are angry, who suffers first? Not the one who provoked you, but you. Anger is like a flame. It burns the one who holds it before harming anyone else. Those who master themselves are not dragged around by storms from the outside. They walk to their own rhythm, keeping calm when the world is chaotic, keeping understanding when others only know how to react. Let go of the need to react to every situation, to prove yourself right, to show the world you are strong. Emotions are just visitors. Welcome them kindly, but do not give them the keys to your home. It takes great strength to sit with anger without acting. It takes discipline to be belittled, yet remain silent. And it takes true power to watch a storm rise, yet stand firm like a mountain. Letting go of attachment. True freedom. Your peace cannot be stolen by the outside world unless something inside you allows it to be touched. Attachment is like an invisible string tying your heart to something outside. When that thing moves, your peace is pulled away with it. Many people spend their whole lives trying to control everything, to change others, to bend circumstances, to avoid discomfort, to seek safety. But no matter how the outside changes, if attachment remains inside, conflict will always be present. You are not angry because of what someone said. You are angry because their words touched a belief you hold. You are not sad because of someone's actions. You are sad because you expected them to act differently. Shaolin monks practice letting go not because they are indifferent, but because they understand. True freedom cannot exist while being dependent on anything. When you cling to recognition, you become a slave to praise and criticism. When you cling to comfort, you fear hardship. When you cling to people, you lose yourself. The world always changes. People come and go, seasons follow seasons, time washes everything away. If your peace depends on things being the way you want, you will always be at war with reality. Ask yourself, what am I clinging to? Which belief is being tested? Which ego feels threatened? Often, suffering does not come from the event itself, but from the story you tell about it. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means opening yourself to life as it is, without forcing it to match your expectations. When you no longer cling to the idea that things must be this way, you can see them as they truly are. You become present, non-reactive, steady, unshaken. When you no longer cling to being respected, you cannot be hurt by disrespect. When you no longer cling to being right, you feel no need to argue. When you no longer cling to a person, you remain whole even if they leave. Staying calm in chaos. Let go of the need to be understood, to be right, to control, or to force life to follow your will. These needs are the chains that bind you to suffering. It's not the rain that ruins a day, but your expectation that it must be sunny. It's not the traffic jam that makes you lose patience, but your attachment to speed. It's not someone's silence that hurts you, but your craving for attention. When you stop demanding that life be different, you begin to move more lightly. You receive what comes, release what goes. You no longer try to bend the world to fit you, but bend your mind to flow with each moment. True peace does not come from favorable conditions outside, but from a steady foundation inside. When your peace does not depend on praise or blame, on ease or hardship, on gain or loss, you will see the world with clear eyes. And when you act, you do so not out of fear, pride, or anger, but from clarity. This clarity only comes when the noise of attachment subsides. When you realize peace was never outside, it was always within you, waiting to be found, not by controlling more, but by letting go more. This journey is not about having more, but needing less. Stop seeking safety in what can be lost. Stop seeking approval from those who can change. Stop building your identity on what is temporary. When you let go, you lose nothing. You gain everything. Freedom, strength, presence, and an unshakable peace. Training focus. Keeping your energy where it belongs. Your energy flows where your attention goes. Most people do not burn out from doing too much, but from letting their energy leak into things that don't matter. They exhaust themselves in pointless arguments, impulsive reactions, and repetitive thoughts that lead nowhere. If you constantly focus on what makes you angry, you will become a person full of anger. If you always look for flaws, your world will be full of flaws. If your mind is trapped in the past, you will never move forward. And if you chase praise and criticism, your inner voice will fade until it disappears. Those who guard their focus do not give their energy to what is unworthy. When provoked, they do not react instantly, because they know reaction is a priceless gift they cannot give away carelessly. In Shaolin temples, every movement, every breath, every moment of silence is a practice in sharpening attention. They not only train the body to be strong, but also the mind to be unshakable. A body without discipline becomes wild. A mind without training becomes weak and easily swayed. Discipline is focus put into action. It is choosing to stay with the present when the mind wants to run. It is choosing calm when the world tries to push you into chaos. It is choosing the harder path because you know it will make you stronger. Remember, most problems are only shadows magnified by your attention. When you withdraw your attention, the shadow shrinks. When you keep your energy within, no one can touch your strength. The power of silence. In a world that urges you to run faster, talk more, do more, the greatest power is sometimes simply to be still. To keep the mind from being swept away by noise, the heart from being shaken by collisions, and the steps steady amid life's waves. Silence is not weakness. It is the purest form of strength. It is not loud, not showy, but stands like a mountain, like a rock in the current. The silent person acts only when truly needed, and when they act, that action carries the weight of a clear mind and a peaceful heart. Those who react to everything are not free. They are ruled by emotions, pride, and fear. The truly strong do not need to win every battle because they know most are traps that lead us away from peace. When someone challenges you and you remain silent, you have won. Not over them, but over your old self. The self that wanted to react, to compete, to prove. Silence is not passivity. It is the highest form of action. knowing how to wait, to observe, to choose the right moment to act with precision, strength, and purpose. When you are silent, you see most arguments are meaningless, most chaos is just noise. Others often reflect their own pain. If you absorb it all, you lose your center. But if you stand still, everything passes through you like wind through a forest, leaving no trace. A still mind is the strongest mind. A still person is the hardest to defeat because they are not easily manipulated by emotions or broken by turmoil. When your mind is still, your eyes see more clearly. When your heart is peaceful, you feel more deeply. When your body is steady, you walk through chaos untouched. Silence is not the destination. It is the foundation. From that foundation, all actions arise, at the right time, in the right way, for the right purpose. And that is the path of self-mastery. Walking in silence, yet every step echoes with inner strength. Remember, you are not the storm. You are the vast sky holding the storm. You are not the wave. You are the deep ocean, where the wave rises and falls. The outside world will always change. There will be praise and blame, ease and challenge. But if you are steady inside, nothing and no one can take away your peace. Silence is not withdrawing from the world, but standing in the middle of it while keeping yourself whole. Not being pulled by noise, not led by emotions, not controlled by circumstances. When you master the silence within, you will see. Happiness is not something you must chase. It has always been here. In every breath, every step, every moment you are truly present. Walk through life with gentle hands and an open heart. Do not grip too tightly, and do not lose yourself in anything. For when you are silent, you are not only stronger, you are freer. And that is the eternal power no storm can touch.